Okay, so I'm just chilling out in the room. I slept really quite well, but I'm still a bit sleepy and I'm feeling quite full now after breakfast. I had like a couple of slices of toast, I had some salmon, and I had some scrambled egg. Oh, God. Uh, I guess this is sort of like the checking out video because it sort of is, because, well, even though I don't leave, even though I don't have to leave the room for 11 o'clock, what I am going to do is get the 9:39 train from Oxford to Manchester Piccadilly, which gets there in good time. Then it gets, I can't remember what time it gets to Piccadilly for, and then get the train from Piccadilly to Huddersfield, which gets to Huddersfield for 1:08, and then I'm going to get a taxi from Huddersfield back home. Yeah, so it's gonna be nice. I'm just sat chilling. Earlier in the video I said I tried to get the coffee machine to work. I still can't. I mean, just chilling out. Do you know what? Do you know what's been weird? I've only been here a day, like not even properly a day, and it's just feels like I've been here ages. I mean, in my impression of the hotel, it's really nice. Yeah, I think that is it. Just like when they said like, oh, it's a buffet yesterday, staff were saying it's a buffet for you, and then as soon as I could sit down, I went to go do it myself, and they went, whoa, 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 no, you sit down, we'll do it. But then I was just like, but I'll get up and do it. I can do stuff myself. Like, but then I guess people are kind of used to not having things done for themselves. If that sounds a bit right, or I don't know. There's certainly things I've noticed in Oxford that I didn't notice before. So like over the course of like Friday to now, I've certainly noticed it. It's certainly like, so I mean, bear in mind Oxford has two football teams. They have a non-league team and they have a professional league team. It's been very rare that I've seen fans of the game around Oxford. When I was in the Westgate shopping centre, which is like going that way, and I had my Burnley shirt on, people were like, yeah, Burnley, whoa, yeah, go on, cheering and everything. Only then people were starting to talk, but then other t-shirts I was in, people were just like not interested. So when it was me being in the Burnley one, people were like wanting to talk to me then. So I was just kind of like, that's my cue for like, if you want to come to Oxford and you're a Burnley supporter, bloody embrace it, because, well, people will talk to you. People are like, oh, that's a nice kit. Which team is that? That's Burnley. Yeah, that's cool, yeah. What else is there? What else? Oh, yeah, so with being a football fan, I'm majority of the time wearing football t-shirts. What I've seen in Oxford is the opposite, really. People don't wear football shirts. So you would think with the area that we're in, I mean, Oxford are a third tier team, but you would kind of associate Oxford, maybe people going around Oxford in Oxford United t-shirts, maybe, but nobody is. Nobody is. That's the real strange thing. Like, it's like either they're unaware of their own club, or they just don't like football. But it's funny, like going around like my local area, Halifax, like which are a non-league team, but people wear the shirts like it's unreal. People are like, oh, I'm a Halifax town supporter. I mean, Halifax is a town, and Oxford is a city, and there's a complete change in, well, contrasting the two. So I said I wanted to get that 9:39 train, so I'm going to set off at 9. Yeah. I said to myself as well, I'm going to get some food for when I am going back on the train. coming back to back home. But I actually don't think I'm going to. I think I'll just feel alright. I think I might just go. I think I might just set off in a couple of minutes actually. Because I'm just looking now what needs to be done. I'm just going to get off my arse. So I'm looking now what needs to be done. Literally everything's away in here, all the way. That's all sorted. The only thing that needs to go in my bag actually is my charger. I've put my power. Pardon me. I've put my power bank in my bag, so I need to get that back out. Put my charger in it, and then put that away, and then that's me done. I wanted to get some snacks and stuff for the journey back. I've not done that yet. There's a Sainsbury's in what do you call it, Westgate, and that leads me to the other thing I'm going to mention. Everything opens really late, but shuts really early, pretty much. And I'm like, what's the point being open then if you're just barely going to be open? Like, I was walking around Oxford yesterday at like 7 o'clock, and it wasn't late either. It's just like 7 o'clock, and hardly anything was open. I thought to myself, God, am I in Huddersfield here? Like, am I honestly in Huddersfield here? Like, because in Huddersfield there's things shut because they are shut because they're no longer running, but in Oxford there's things shut because they've just closed early. And there's museums I didn't go in, but I didn't feel like going in all of them. I still wanted to go in the Ashmolean Museum, but they treated me pretty badly going in. So I thought, well, if this is the experience you're going to get, then I'm just going to turn away. They said to me, I said, you can't come in today, and I'm like, oh, how come? You're having like a refurbishment or refitting? He went, oh no, you've got your backpack on. I'm like, yeah, so? And they went, oh, you'll have to come in without it or put it in a locker. And I'm like, no, I've got my possessions in this. I'm not leaving my bag in a locker and then potentially going to forget it. And they were like, can't you wear it on the front? And I'm like, well, no, I can't. But then that makes no sense, like wearing your backpack on your front, then if you knock into something, so is it acceptable then from the front, then not the back? So I just left. I just thought, if you're going to be offended by someone wearing a backpack, then yeah, I'm going to have to sadly go. I mean, the thought process in my head was like, if I was Asian or not white, and you'd have said that to me, what would have actually happened? The confrontation there would have been like quite unreal, like a bit unnerving. Because then it kind of makes you think, hang on a minute, if I got something in my bag, that's actually going to be a problem. And it makes you think, oh, hang on, is that am I a problem now? You don't want to feel, pardon me. You don't want to feel like you're being a problem by going into a place. So then that's the best reason to just leave and not go back. There is definitely the discrimination of, like, oh, you're not in smart attire, you're not in smart gear, you're not looking smart, you're not in formal gear. Pretty much every single person I see around Oxford is in formal attire, pretty much. And then when it comes to me not being informal, people look down at you like you're like lower. But I'm like, fuck off. Like, gee whiz, fuck off. Like, sod off. Anyway, I'm going to wrap up the video. It's 8:46. I'm going to try to run up a little bit more. Upload this, because the videos from here don't take very long to upload. Pardon me. So, God almighty again. Sorry. So this is kind of like the chill out video, and this is a chill out video and like the empty shell video, because like it's just a 2-in-1. Pretty much everything's fine. Yeah, so thanks for watching, and goodbye.